gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. at the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets, at the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets, at the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets, at the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey.
Welcome to the Qatar World 10-ball Cup of 2025. The host nation welcomes the fans in attendance and to the fans all over the world. Fantastic match we have for you today. Whoever wins this match will receive $40,000 US. We have an opportunity to reach $100,000 for the final. So it's a big game, and I'm very honoured. And it's a great pleasure to be alongside national pool champion for Qatar. His name, Ali Murray. Welcome, Ali. Great to see you again.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. سعد الله صباحكم مشاهدينا الكرام. اليوم هو اليوم المحسوم. اليوم راح تكون مباراة هذه سيمي فاينل الساعة 3 بإذن الله راح تكون الفاينل. مباراة حاليا على التي في تيبل بين اللاعب كورال البولندي ونايوكي من اليابان. مباراة جدا جدا من العيار الثقيل. سباق إلى 11 شوط. ريس طويل يحتاج إلى الصبر، للتركيز، إلى القرارات السليمة للجميع من الأشياء اللي يحتاجها اللاعب الفوز. يحتاج إلى جانب فني كبير، جانب ذهني كثير، حضور على الطاولة. كل التوفيق كل اللاعبين، ولكن بالتأكيد سوف يكون هناك طرف خسران وطرف فائز. البقاء دائما الأفضل.
Well, we can see now Oi hasn't been breaking the best in practice today. He was working out on his breaking strategy this morning. I was watching him break, and he was struggling with the break a little bit. I wonder if that's going to take a little bit of toll in this match. As you can see, the one, no key balls available for his opponent to get back at the table. So you take this cut on. Oh, he's gone safe. We see this, Ali, where players are playing tactical already on the one ball. We saw it yesterday.
كسر أوي صدق. أسقط كرة، نزل على واحد مش مرتاح لها، ونزل على سيفتي شوت، وهي لعبة قانونية. عمل فاول غريب، لمس 7. والله غريب من هذا اللاعب. كان يقدم أداء استثنائي، أداء استثنائي من المباريات السابقة. ممكن كان مستعجل عليها وما انتبه، ولكن هذا خطأ لا يغتفر له من هذا اللاعب، بحيث إنه لازم تكون حريص كل الحرص. ولكن ممكن إنها بداية المباراة، ما خذ على جو المباراة لحد الآن، وأتوقع ما راح يكرر هذه الغلطة، وإن كررها لن تكون من صالح اللاعب كورال البولندي.
The foul there was the touching the finger on his left hand into the 8 ball. Just had a quick check. Great sportsmanship. As you can see, the table's nicely laid out for a nice run here to start getting going in the potting.
عفوا، الفاول كان على ال8 بول وليس على ال7، ولكن كان الأبيض يعني بين ال7 وال8.
Well, the white there knocking on the doors of the jaw. He is so relieved, I can assure you, not potting that cue ball. Good fortune there. He just missing positioning going into the jaws of that pocket, but he's okay.
من 2 إلى 3 نزل زاوية غير مثالية. حاول يسوي ريكفري شوت بين 3 وال4، ولكن يبدو أن اللاعبين لحد الآن ليسوا في الفورمة، يعني كلاهما يعاني يعني على الطاولة.
So this 7 into the middle is looking very ominous now in respects to running the table, getting in control. He likes to win the first frame. I can confirm to you, when I did a quick interview with the players, this is the second time they've played each other, and it's 1 apiece. So interesting times in this match.
نزول لاعبوي على آخر 3 كور ليحسم هذا الشوط.
So he's taken the 10 into the left middle here. He's just got to get the timing of the cue ball to perfection. And that's perfect. Good speed, good power. Formality shots we saw yesterday missed. Human error. But right now, Oi is taking control of this game.
هارد لك للنجم الكويتي العربي بدر العوضي، خروجه من دور الثمانية من اللاعب موريتس. وكان بدر العوضي من أول ما صعد دور 64 عن أداء استثنائي. هارد لك للاعب محمد صوفي، محمد عزيزة من سوريا، محمود الشريف. قادم أفضل بإذن الله. يعطيكم ألف عافية، ما قصرتوا، أديتوا أداء ممتاز في هذه البطولة. ما ننسى لاعبين المنتخب الوطني علي البيدلي ومشعل العلي ومنصور وعبد اللطيف الفوال. منصور البيدلي وعبد اللطيف الفوال، يعطيكم الف عافية. القادم أفضل بإذن الله. كل التوفيق لأخواننا في البطولات القادمة بإذن الله.
So the break there was too hard. How do you judge the pace of the cue ball? If you look above the middle pocket, you've got your 2, 4, 6 balls. That indicates your power is too much, and those wing balls will not come back to the opposite corners. You have to control the cue ball power, and roughly 70% of power you need. If you have any more than that, they tend to come all up the table and stop the path for those wing balls to go in. We've only ever seen it once on the TV table where both players got it absolutely to perfection.
بالأمس شاهدنا مباراة كورال مع جيريكو بونس، اللاعب متأهل من ستيج 1. كانوا ماشيين مع بعض. بعدها كورال غلص الفارق. أنا ما حضرت المباراة، ولكن سمعت أنها كانت مباراة قوية جدا. كورال كان حاضر على الطاولة حضور كلي، ما أعطى ربع فرصة للاعب جيريكو بونس من الفلبين. استطاع نيوكي التغلب على توبياس بونغرز من ألمانيا. توبياس هو نفس الذي أقصى اللاعب العالمي فرانسيسكو سانشيز بنتيجة 11-10. كانت هيل ماتش.
And that's an excellent shot there coming through the gap. And Kasper was probably the greatest breaker on the TV table I've seen, and he had it down to perfection. Oi is struggling. As we can see now, his positioning play is strengthening. He's playing very, very well. There's a fly on the table. But right now they're in comfortable mode to play this match. Very focused. Nicely done. Formality run out here. Just got to keep focused and maintain that ability to pot the balls. And that is the secret to this game. You just can't miss and win. You have to be to perfection constantly, all the time. And this is a 2-0 lead, surely. We have seen human error. So he wants the cue ball exactly where it is. He doesn't really want to leave too much of an angle. See how he's looking to come across past the 10? So he wants to be high. He doesn't want to be lower than the 10. He just wants to be around the 10 with the cue ball very shortly.
بعض الإنجازات الكبيرة لهذا اللاعب ناويوكي سنة 2012 خسر من البطل العالمي البريطاني دارن أبلتون. كان يؤدي أداء ممتاز، ولكن استطاع اللاعب البريطاني دارن أبلتون تغلب عليه بالخبرة. ولكن هذا اللاعب لا ينقصه أي شيء على الطاولة، إنما يحتاج إلى الكثير من الصبر والخبرة. وهو الآن يعد أحد اللاعبين توب بلايرز في العالم.
So perfect position to get to the 8 here. Has to avoid the snooker. I think he's okay. Yeah, the sigh of relief there. He can just pot it. The angle on the TV table is slightly different to how the player sees it. But what a great match this is.
حاول يلعب السبعة كوشن، ولكن ما قدرها بالمسار الصحيح، ولكن يبدو أن الكرة روتينية. نعم.
Well, this is a difficult 9. He has to be careful here. Just checking the time. Got plenty of time. He doesn't want to catch this fin.
وضع نفسه في مكان ضيق للتسعة. كان هو يحاول يخلي الأبيض يمشي شوي بحيث أنه ياخذ مسافة كافية بحيث أنه يروح ويرجع على 10، لكن ممكن يلعب ريكفري شات الحين يعوض. نعم، ضربة ممتازة جدا من لاعب ناويوكي.
Excellent position on the 10 there. Just goes to show cue ball control is excellent. Potting is 100%. Very nice. And if you've just joined us, welcome. This is the semi-final. Both players are doing the best for their countries and fans and family around the world. The winner will automatically receive $40,000 US, and the opportunity, if they win the tournament, of 100,000. So a lot of prize money up for stakes, and Qatar have done absolutely amazing tournament. The final is this afternoon, but in the meantime, Oye is so happy to be 2-0 up. Just checking the brake to make sure they're all touching. Very professional referee. Done many world championships in pool. A-ball Asian championships as well, so he's doing very well. And that is a much better break. And look at the power he used. 2 balls above the balk line. So that is about as hard as you want to hit them. You don't want to hit them any harder than that because the traffic is stopping the balls from going in. So is there a key ball? Not really. Formality run here. So it's the consistency you must have to maintain this run out.
اللاعب هو وصيف بطولة العالم 2024 10 بول مع اللاعب الفلبيني كارلو بيادو، وتسمى WBA 10 بول، والتي تنظم شركة بريدتر.
Well, Oi will be disappointed there because he didn't get good position into the 2, and because that was a frame winner, and we'll see the cue ball go behind the 7 here.
كان يحاول يلعب التو بول ثن ويخفي الأبيض وراء 9 و10، ولكن ما جات بالطريقة اللي هو يحتاجها. ترك اللعبة للاعب كورال، ولكن ممكن يعمل سيفتي ورا 7. لعبها كرم، ضربة ممتازة، ولكن كان محظوظ نوعا ما بحيث ان 7 ما سكرت 4. كان نازل على ثين كات، ياخذ 3 كورنر ولا يلعبها سيفتي ورا 6 و9. نشوف ماذا في ذهن هذا اللاعب.
Well, I'm surprised there, Ali, because even though he's made the combination not a problem, but the outcome of that 7 going up to the 4 is going to be a key ball. But the safety after that is the right shot. But I'm surprised he didn't play a tactical battle and roll the cue ball behind the 7 and keep control of that table with everything in the open.
محاولة ممتازة من اللاعب الياباني أوي. حاليا في ظروف صعبة اللاعب البولندي كورال.
So this young man from Poland representing his country, and I'm sure his fans and family are watching. Tremendous player, lovely gentleman as well, and he is working really hard to bring this title home back to Poland. Jericho from the Philippines has done amazing through the World Qualifiers to get to the quarterfinals, so congratulations to him. Well, the combination was more difficult than what it looked. It wasn't easy because of the distance. But right now, Oi is nominated the 3 to the left corner, come up the table for the 4, and this is a frame winner opportunity because look at the layout. Beautiful shot. Well done. Needs it to roll a bit more.
تذكير للمشاهدين، يوجد هناك مباراة قبل النهائي بين اللاعب موريتس نيوهوزن من ألمانيا وجوناس ماكبنتاي من الفلبين، والنتيجة حاليا 1-1.
Has to be careful not to touch the 7. That was the problem. That was the problem because he just flicked into the 7 and he's snookered himself. Tough shot this one, Ali.
والله وكان يحاول يسقطها وكان يحاول يلعبها سيفتي، الله أعلم، ولكن يبدو أنه نازل عليها. لكن لو زاد السبيد شوي كان من الممكن الأفضل بحيث أنه يتحاشى 7. الآن يلا نفسه في مأزق لازم يتخلص منه. تقدير ممتاز، تنبؤ في الكيك عالي، ضربة ممتازة من لاعب أوي.
But this combination is a little bit easier because he's closer with the cue ball. He should be okay. Has to be careful though of the outcome of the 5. And that was the problem. Can he cut? No, it's too much of a cut. He's hit that a little bit too firm. So the tactical shot here on the 5 is the way to do it.
وكان نازل على الكومبينيشن، ما كان يعني مفكر في ما بعد 5 ايش راح يصير. ويعني اهم شيء اوديها واقبل في 5 وين ما كانت، وهذا اللي صار. حاول انه يلعب سيفتي شوت ولكن ترك كرة مفتوحة اللاعب أوي، وراح يستغل هذه الفرصة.
Well played. And the angle to get to the 7. Watch the follow through. Lots of top spin here. Striking the cue ball around about 12 o'clock. He has to really push through to have hit the 10 and come across. But can he do it? No, he under hit that without taking any risk. And okay, he can cut the 7, but he needed to push that 10 a little bit more. And the cue ball would have travelled up a bit higher, and the 9 would have been open.
ممكن يلعب 7 وينزل على وين مع الشر على الدايموند السفلي. ضربة جدا ممتازة، جدا ضربة ممتازة. مسار اللي اتخذه أوي هو المسار السليم، بحيث انه يتحاشى يعمل سنوكر على نفسه نور 10. نتيجة السيمي فاينل بين جوناس وموريتس هي 2-1 لصالح جوناس. ماكبنتاي من الفلبين. والله هذا اللاعب تأهل من ستيج 1 بالنقاط، ما كان متوقع انه متأهل. كلموا الجماعة في اللجنة المنظمة قالوا له ترى انت تأهلت، وكان في حالة صدمة ما كان مصدق. وسبحان الله يعني كانت من نصيبه لما صعد ستيج 2 ووصوله حاليا إلى السيمي فاينل وممكن الفاينل، ما ندري.
Jonas from the Philippines is 2-1 up in the other semi-final. But right now, Oi being 3-0 up is a good opportunity. Just in control of his potting, his safety. Very good. But do not underestimate his opponent. Tremendous player from Poland. Szymon is a lovely gentleman, and he will be not giving in. And watch how he breaks this. He's breaking too hard. I'm watching his power. Watch the wing ball as well. Should go to the opposite pocket, 3 to the left, 4 to the right. But he's using too much power for that to happen. Too much. Too much traffic, you see. And that's why it's a dry break.
دراي بريك من اللاعب كورال. يبدو انه في حالة احباط وبالطبع راح يكون في حالة إحباط. كل ما يتمناه اللاعب إنه ياخذ بريكه، ما يهم ايش يصير في بريك الخصم، أهم شيء يستغل بريكه في الطريقة اللي يتمناها.
Now this 2-ball will be being a major part in this rack. Not only has he got to hit it, he's got to get it safe. He knows he can pot it, but that 7 is so close to come across. He has to be very careful.
النازل على سنوكر بيلعبها كوشن فيرست، ولكن كان مستعجل نوعا ما، كان متسرع. ممكن ياخذها بانك أو ينزل على السيفتي. أيوة بانك ولازم ممكن ياخذ سكرو خفيف يرجع بلبيض بحيث انه ينزل للثلاثة، ليس بشكل مثالي وانما بالشكل يعني مطلوب. والله ما كانت بالسهلة لعبة الاثنين، كان يحاول يلعب درو ونسى يودي الكرة.
Taking that double on, he's left it for Oi. The problem with the doubles, you don't really know the outcome when you miss. And one thing about it, Oi knows this run out will go 4-0 lead. And that is worrying times for his opponent, because he knows that 4-0 lead is going to start to build. We have seen it where it was 5-1 and Shane did so well. TV record for winning racks in a row is 7. So it can be done. So this 4 just passes the 7 and come nicely for the 5 to the right corner. Look at that focus. He's trying to get into the zone.
ضربة ممتازة من 4 إلى 5، ولكن هذا أقصى شيء ممكن يعمل اللاعب، أن ينزل على 5 في هذاك المكان، لأن الزاوية ما كانت مريحة بشكل كامل.
Or he's not taking any chances. He's going the easy way every shot. And he doesn't want to make sure of that human error creeping in. But right now, this 7 to the 8, a possibility into the middle. Might do that. He's got a nice angle. Use the 9 as a marker to come down. And he's got the slight angle to hold on to the cue ball for a nice straight line on the 9. Very clever shot.
نازل على أنجل بسيط ويعتبر طبيعي، شوط روتيني بعد ما كان معقد في بعض الكرات. ويبدو أن أن الحضور عند الياباني أكثر من البولندي. والله ظروف الأشواط كانت تساعد الياباني نوعا ما. ممكن نشوف كمباك من اللاعب البولندي كورال، ولكن لازم يوجد نفسه في المباراة هذه جدا مهمة.
Great performance, Ali, from Oi. Incredible standard. He hasn't missed a pot, and safety battle has been incredible. To be 4-0 up with a race to 11 and they start to be comfortable. Great to see. Great match. Long way to go. See the referee racking the balls up, making sure everything touches, and then the player can come down and check. And there's a slight gap. It will tell the referee and they will make sure they're all touching. And that gives you the proper split. If they're not touching, they won't split that well. And Oi is very focused.
جوناس ماكبونتاي متقدم على اللاعب الألماني 3-1. كسرة مثالية من اللاعب أوي. كل المجهود هو فقط من 1 إلى 2. لو خذ 2 بشكل مريح راح ينهي الشوط، تصبح النتيجة 5-0. راح يوضع لاعب كورال البولندي في ضغط كبير بحيث انه متقدم 5 أشواط.
And this is the best break so far from Oi. He is working so hard. He's indicated where he wants the cue ball by his tip, so he's going to take the 2 up to the left corner. Has he come far enough? Wow, it's going to be a difficult shot. He has to control the white here. And the pace and the conditions are amazing out there. Both players are playing very well. So this 2 ball to the right corner. It's going to be done with pace. He's got to control this cue ball. Very nicely done. Looks easy, but I can assure you it was the angle he was trying to control from the 4 to the 5 and the 7 to the 8, and that is perfect.
ضربة ممتازة من 2 إلى 4. نزل على زاوية كبيرة، ولكنه عوض من 2 إلى 4 بشكل سريع. كان يحتاج الأبيض شوي ينزل زيادة لل5 بحيث أنه يأخذها بشكل أريح، ولكن أتوقع ما عنده أي مشاكل. والله قاعدة تنتظر.
Just has to be careful with positioning on the 8. It might just pass the 9. He's just checking it, as you can see the glance there, so he will play the middle. But he has to come perfect. He doesn't want any angle or hide the cue ball slightly behind the 10 in alignment with the 8. So he has to get this perfect. He should be okay. There's plenty of gap there. Yeah, he's fine. He's just making sure he doesn't overrun that. But Oi is playing so well. This is the best I've seen him play. I have seen his game a couple times on the TV table already. And this is the strongest he's looked. And of course the feeling of being 4-0 up is playing a major part. Look how relaxed he is. He's happy. And that's his strength in his game when it's all going his way. So this formality 10 for a 5-0 lead, Ali. Incredible.
كرة الشوط تقدم بنتيجة 5-0. والله حضور اللاعب الياباني مرعب على الطاولة. كأنه يرسل رسالة إلى اللاعب البولندي: أنا ما راح أعطيك مجال على الطاولة.
Well, I have news for you. Jonas from the Philippines is 4-1 up. Against Moitaz, that's incredible. It really is. 5-1 up. Very, very good standard of pool today. It's gone in the favour of the player who's potting well and least mistakes. But this young man has got a mountain to climb. He's more than capable, but his break has let him down. He's in perfect position with the white.
تقدم لاعب جوناس ماكبنتاي على اللاعب مارت نيوهاوزن بنتيجة 5-1 لصالح الفلبيني جوناس.
And that's his best break. He must run the table. No key balls, so I don't see a problem.
أداء استثنائي من اللاعب جوناس ماكبنتاي. حضوره على الطاولة يستحق كل الاحترام والتقدير، بحيث أن أقصى لعيبة عالم كارلو بيادو، نيلس فاين،
So this too, the 4 is a formality, but the focus has to be careful. Yeah, it's the bridging. He's okay because where the 5 is, he's struggling with determination to win the rack. You can see his body language, the way he's looking at the table. He's not feeling comfortable. And the key to this game is to feel comfortable out there and just play your game.
هل ممكن راح نشوف رجوع للمباراة من اللاعب كورال البولندي أم لا؟ ممكن لو حصل تقصير من اللاعب أوي ممكن راح نشوف تغير في النتائج، ولكن إذا بقى أوي على نفس الكسرة وعلى نفس التركيز أنا ما أتوقع أن كورال راح يرجع في المباراة. أن الحضور عند أوي أفضل من الحضور عند كورال في هذه المباراة، ولكن كورال كان يقدم أداء عالي في المباريات السابقة، ولكن هذه المباراة أهم من السابقة. يجب أن يكون حجم التركيز أكبر، حجم الصبر أكثر. كان متسرع في لعبة البنك 2، المفروض يدرسها بشكل صحيح. ولكن كان متسرع وضيعها.
So this 7 to the 8, the hold for the 9. There's a possibility to get this first frame on the board, and it's very important for him because he knows how difficult it's going to be. Even though it's all a formality. And his first break and run. Incredible. Well done. But not there just yet. He wanted to come a little bit more there to make it more easy. He should be okay. That's where he's indicated where he wants the cue ball. Players tend to do that.
كورال لازم ياخذ هذا الشوط.
And that was the problem, Ali. The easy ones are the hardest ones to pot.
خطأ غريب من اللاعب كورال. يبدو انه مش في يومه. تو ما كان متوقع. خطأ فني من اللاعب كورال. ممكن ما اخذ اللاين الصحيح على 9. والله هذه الضربة راح تكلف الكثير. هذه الضربة راح تكلف الكثير.
That has to go down.
والله شكل جماعة يتعزمون.
That's the biggest miss on the TV table. Just centimeters away so far, and his opponent will be so relieved to see that ball missed. And Oye can only look on and ask what happened there. Yeah, you can see Oye's body language indicating he didn't go through the shot there. And the frustration. Surprises, misses there, Ali.
رجوع كورال للطاولة كان غير متوقع. حتى هو ما كان مصدق انه راح يرجع على الطاولة، ولكن كان متسرع اوي في الضربة، لكن بالشكل الطبيعي اوي ما يضيعها. كورال يسأل الحكم اذا يقدر ياخذ بريك. راح يستأذن من اوي اذا يسمح له يروح او لا.
Now, what's happened here is they have a choice of a break. So we are going to go for our commercial break.
كل التقدير والاحترام للاعب اوي بحيث انه اعطى مجال للاعب بولندي كورال.
From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets.
الكسرة الآن عند اللاعب بوي. كسرة ممتازة، كسرة رائعة من اللاعب بوي. أسقط كرتين، الأبيض في منتصف الطاولة. بيمنية كل لاعب إنه يكسر والأبيض في نص الطاولة. يكون لو في حال لو سكرت بعض الكرات يقدر يلعب بوش أوت، يقدر يلعب سيفتي. زاوية مثالية من 3 إلى 4. يبدو انه مش راضي على الزاوية، ولكنها زاوية مثالية. أمر غريب من اللاعب أوي. كان يحاول انه ينزل زيادة، ولكن ما قدر سبيد بالشكل الصحيح، ولكن يقدر يلعب لعبة فولو يجي بين 8 و5. لو اصطدم ب5 راح تكون خطيرة. مالستان الآن عنده أكثر من أوبشن، إما إنه ياخذ 6 1 كوشن ولا ياخذ 6 2 كوشن. ممكن 1 كوشن. هي الأفضل، يضمن إنه ينزل زاوية على 8. بيعمل استنى بيعمل
So this 6-1 lead with Oi is incredible. And we just had a very special guest who just popped in. Emily Fraser just came into the studio. It was great to see her. Amazing.
Yeah. This is my first time I've seen Emily Fraser in person.
I've met her many years ago, and it was an honour for her to come in to meet us.
6-1 متقدم اللاعب أوي على خصمه كورال.
Controlling that white is so difficult from the break, and that could cost him a 7-1 lead. The problem we have on the break is when it splits, there is hardly a key ball when that cue ball goes in, because there's so many multiple choices to run the table, and right now this one ball is not a problem, and there isn't a key ball to save the game.
لاعب كورال محبط جدا بحيث انه كسر وسقط الابيض. هذا أسوأ سيناريو ممكن يواجه اللاعب. بيلعب 3 كوشن الثالث بحيث ما يشرب الكيو، وممكن ينزل 4 كوشن ياخذ 4 بند ويرجع لأسفل الطاولة.
And that's an excellent positioning shot and a nice angle.
ضربة غير جيدة من اللاعب أوي، الآن يحتاج إلى سبن عالي بحيث أنه يؤدي 8 و9 يلعبها 2 كوشن. كان يحاول أنه يتحاشى 6 ولكن اصطدم فيها. شوف هل راح يلعب سكروباك ولا يسوي سكروباك. ريكفري ممتاز، تعويض ممتاز من اللاعب أوي. الآن إما أنه يلعب 1 كوشن ويرجع ياخذ 8 كورنر أو سايد بوكيت. لما ياخذها في الزاوية السفلية، ولا ياخذ 3 كوشن ويلعب الثمانية في منتصف الطاولة، لعبها في منتصف ركن الطاولة.
So this 8-ball to the 9 is not a formality, because we have seen in many matches the easy ones are the hardest ones to pot. So he's going to really focus on this as a very difficult shot to get position, because we have seen them missed. I'm sure we won't this time, but to take a 7-1 lead is amazing outcome.
تقدم اللاعب الياباني بنتيجة 7-1. أخذ الشوط من كورال.
So this 7-1 lead, race to 11. The winner is guaranteed $40,000 and an opportunity to get that 100,000 for the final. 7-1. Very happy. We're going to take a quick commercial.
From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire.
كسرة عند اللاعب الياباني أوي. نشوف هل راح يكسر كسرة مثالية نفس الكسرة السابقة أم لا. تراي بريك من اللاعب أوي. هل ممكن نشوف كورال راح يرجع بالمباراة أم لا؟ لازم يدرس ضربة بشكل مثالي. 1 إلى 2 تحتاج إلى تحكم عالي بحيث انه يلعب الواحد بطريقة جيدة.
So this opportunity on the dry break, I call it the desert break. Look at the opportunity to run the table, to bring it back. But he's not looking at that. He's taking on one ball at a time and making sure he gets this perfect, because the two can only go into the right middle. That's okay. He wanted to come down further so he didn't hit into the free ball. Just wanted to make sure he's not moving it.
لعب 2 مع بوش خفيف لل3، لكن الأهم انه يسقط 2. هل راح ياخذ 3 عفوا ينزل في الكشن، أم راح ياخذ 3 من الكشن وياخذ 4 سايد بوكت. نشوف والله من 3 إلى 4 ليست بالسهلة.
That's a very good shot there. Determination with that slight kiss into the 7 has made this a little bit more difficult. But he should be okay because where the 5 is. Always remember the angles to get to the next ball is so important to make it easy as possible. That 7 as well has to go to the left corner where the 4's going, because he doesn't really want to take a plant on. And well played there. He's got a nice angle for the 5. Now, I know he's shaking his head because he's got to come up higher for the 7 from the 6, but he's okay. See how he's looking down? Should be okay.
حافظ على هدوءه بس يفكر انه يودي 5. ضربة ممتازة من اللاعب البولندي. تقدم اللاعب جوناس ماكبنتاي على مورد 7-2.
Jonas from the Philippines is 7-2 up. So this is the angle we're talking about coming down for the 7. So he has to get this perfect. He has to avoid the 10. He needs it to stop or travel faster now. This is so difficult under tremendous pressure. I'm looking at the body language. It's telling me he knows this is 8-1 or a 7-2 shot. He knows it. And that will put psychological pressure on you. Will he get this 7? Nicely done. Very good control on the cue ball. Jonas is from the Philippines is 7-3 up. Great performance so far from all the players. And this could be a possible 7-2. I don't see a problem. We saw a 9-ball identical to this missed just now from Oi. And that's an excellent shot. Well played. Focus. Look at that determination. He's coming into the willpower to win the game. And we see that from both players. But Oi will be much more relaxed having that 7-2 lead. Tactical battle now on this 1 ball, and all of a sudden both players are splitting the balls. Nice, but the 1 ball tends to hide behind an object ball. But right now this tactical shot here gonna be a little bit more difficult than what it looks. So we'll be seeing a jump shot here. Needs to nominate a pocket because it must go in the designated pocket. And he's just called it. And this is a very fine cut jump shot. So watch how he plays this. He's trying to hit the rail and the 1 ball together to pot it. So he's called his extension. If you're new to 10-ball, you must nominate the ball to the pocket. Do them in sequence. combination on a 10 ball anywhere during the game has to be respotted, and the 10 ball must be the last ball on the table to be spotted. But watch this jump aside. Very good shot. Yeah, what happened there, he's caught it too fine. Didn't catch it fit because it could have double kissed, but he'd be happy with that outcome.
عمل جنب لاعب كورال في بداية الشوط، ما كان نازل على الواحد بشكل مريح، حاول يعمل سيفتي ولكن ما نجح، رجع له سيفتي قوي وراح لعب جنب وكان محظوظ فيها شوي.
Well, always left this one ball here in the open. Has to be careful when he comes back to the table. He could be snookered. He's looking at taking the cue ball behind the 5. I think it's the 5. No, the 3, sorry. That's where he's looking to go in behind. But he's going for the double alley.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Wow, he's left it to the corner.
لعب تو واي شوت بطريقة ذكية جدا بحيث لم يترك شيء سهل للاعب أوي. ممكن أوي يعمل سيفتي ورا 9 أو ورا 2.
That was a very difficult shot, Ali. Oye is putting psychological pressure on himself all of a sudden, and he's just caught that one ball. Even though he's 7-2 up, he's forcing everything he has to win this game. And all of a sudden, he's got another chance. Will he take this one on, come off the rail? Or he needs to relax in his game, being 7-2 up. He tends to put pressure on himself. Players do that when they're so far ahead.
سيفتي ممتاز من اللاعب البولندي كورال.
Oh, that's an excellent shot. Did you see the body language? And that's what I was explaining. Oy has this tendency of, even though he's ahead, he's giving everything he has. So the tactical safety shot is behind the 7. But right now, this one to the corner to hold for the 2 from the 9. So he's using the 9 as a marker.
يلعب سيفتي ورا 3 ويلعب الواحد بشكل مستقيم باتجاه 2 و10 وورا 7. هاي الله، ضربة ممتازة جدا من اللاعب كورال. تقدير السبيد بشكل مثالي.
And that was the option he took, option 1, in behind the 7. Oy must not only hit it, he's got to get it safe.
بول هاند للاعب كورال. فرصة كبيرة بأنها غير مجريات المباراة.
Oy is giving everything he has, 100%, and all of a sudden his opponent is coming back. And if he can win this frame and start to get the momentum going, it's too early to say is there a comeback. But we need to see more potting and strategy played for that to happen, because Oy is far ahead and he's starting to run ahead. to that finishing line. It's a long way to go. They will be determined on the brakes and the human errors. That's a nice shot there. Beautiful angle to come down to the 8.
نتيجة في المباراة الثانية بين جوناس وموريتس الآن 7-4، كانت 7-3.
Jonas is 7-4 up in the other semi-final. But this 8, it's a very delicate cut. Has to be careful. Nicely done. So this 10 for a 7-3 scoreboard. Trailing by 4 racks. Very important frame now. The standard, if you've just joined us, is at its best for the day. Both potting, great safety, and lovely to watch this game.
بالنسبة للجانب الفني ويقدم أداء أفضل من خصمه كورال، ولكن ممكن لو حسن من قراراته اللاعب البولندي كورال ممكن انه يرجع في المباراة، هنا ترجع لخبرة اللاعب، ولكن يبدو اللاعب كورال ما زال في ضغط نفسي يحاول يتخلص منه. وهذا أمر طبيعي انه يكون فيه برشر عالي، خصوصا مباريات نفس سيمي فاينل وفاينل، حجم الضغط يكون كبير جدا، واحنا كمعلقين ومشاهدين وجمهور ما نعرف ماذا يكون في ذهن اللاعب، الضغط النفسي اللي يمر فيه داخل الطاولة. والله أمر غريب، يعني يكسر كسرة عكس اللاعبين الثانيين. ممكن أن وجد سر في هذه الكسرة عكس الكسرات الثانية. كل لاعب عنده استراتيجية معينة في هذه الكسرة، ممكن لقى توزيع الكور أفضل.
So nicely open table once again. And this is a golden opportunity to come back. But there is a key ball. Well, should be okay. I don't really see a key ball. Because the 6 to the 5 is a formality, so he should be okay. But worrying times for Oy. Even though he's got that lead, he knows his opponent's coming back. Yeah, so he's going to take the 5 in the same corner as the 4. That's what he's looking at. He's just making sure. Yeah, the sigh there is indicating the pressure is on. So this could be a little bit more difficult. Might take this on a double afterwards. Yeah, he's possible. But very risky to take that as a double, Ali, after the 4 ball.
ممكن ياخذ الأربعة سكرو خفيف، ياخذ كروس تو كوشن، أو يروح ويرجع وياخذ ال5 تحت في البوكت السفلي.
So that shot there is the right shot to hold for the angle for the 7. And the pressure is starting to build on this young man's shoulders. He's just taking deep breaths every shot. This is how important this is. He knows this is for 7-4, and misfortune could play a part. We haven't seen that in the match, to be fair. The unforced errors from Oi's side. And Oi's, if you look at Oi's body language, he's asking himself 7-4 very shortly. What have I done wrong? And he hasn't done much wrong other than the break. So that's where he's coming from.
يبدو أن اللاعب مش مرتاح لعبة ال7. هل راح ياخذها فولو؟
That's an excellent shot. Well played. The power and the pace in that to get the angle, very well played. Yes, he had a big area, but adrenaline is playing a major part. Look at the facial reactions, the huffing and puffing there. He knows how important this run out is, and Oi is paused in that zone. He knows he's got to pick his game up again. And that's the difference. Remember, the winner will receive a guaranteed $40,000 in this match and go straight to the final, where they have a possibility of being crowning a champion. But still a long way to go. But this young man is putting in an incredible performance. The will to win we're witnessing. Nice on the 10. So Oi needs to get his game going again. We saw him on a runaway train. But even though he's ahead, his opponent is in his train and he's starting to catch up. And the pressure psychologically, Oi knows how important this rack is. He has to run the table if he gets a chance.
دعونا نتحدث عن توزيع جوائز البطولة. الحائز على المركز الأول سوف يحصل على $100,000 والمركز الثاني على $40,000. المتأهلين لدور الأربعة كما تشاهدون الآن $15,000 والمتأهلين لدور الثمانية $8,000 طبعا لكل لاعب. المتأهلين لدور ال16 $5,000 والمتأهلين لدور 32 $4,000 والمتأهلين لدور ال64 $3,000 والمتأهلين لدور ال96 $1,500 ليصل مجموع الجوائز $450,000 أمريكي. والله جوائز قيمة.
So with that 5-ball going, has he got a path to that 1-ball? And this is interesting break, because Oi will be back to the table unless his opponent takes this jump shot on. He has to take the jump shot on if he likes. And look at Oi. He's ready. He's saying, if you don't take it on, I'll take it on. He's just grabbed his break cue. We're seeing psychological tactics here from Oi. He's trying so hard to get that game going. The winning game. I'll jump it, he says. Well, okay. His opponent's taking it on. Wow, he didn't want Oi to take it on. This is a very clever shot. Watch what Oi does here. Does he put him back, or does he put the cue ball in behind the 4-ball? This is a very risky shot to play, but it's a good shot.
عمل بوش اوت اللاعب كورال. الآن له حرية الاختيار أوي، إما أن يقبل اللعبة ويرجع اللاعب. رجع اللاعب. خلينا نشوف ماذا في دهنه اللاعب البولندي. يمكن يلعب سلو رول للواحد بحيث يخلي الأبيض ورا 4 و8، أو ممكن يلعب لعبة ثانية ليست في ذهني حاليا. خلينا نشوف ماذا في ذهن هذا اللاعب. هل ممكن راح يرجع المباراة؟ ممكن لو تغيرت مجريات اللعبة.
And the human error has crept in, and I feel that that could cost him the rack. It does happen. We were waiting to see it, and that was the first human error in the match. Was that down to the time scale of the shot? He used his extension, and all of a sudden he was running out of time. But Oi knows now he must win this rack. But he's running out of time. So the extension was called. But look where that 2-ball is. It's very difficult to get on it to find that angle for the free. So he's made sure of it in that big area.
لعبة ممتازة من اللاعب أوي. هذا أقصى شيء ممكن راح يسويه، يلعب من 1 إلى 2. نشوف هل يستطيع أنه ياخذ 2 كوشن وياخذ الثلاثة في منتصف البوكت.
So the free, does it pass the 4? Or will he take it into the middle? Well, I've seen a lot of players refuse the pot and play safe, but it must go in the middle. But he has to hit it perfect. Excellent shot.
ضربة ممتازة من اللاعب أوي بحيث أنه عدى 4، ياخذ 4 في نفس البوكت. كان يعمل ستان سكرو 2 كوشن.
Oi is putting himself under pressure here. He knows how important this shot is. He's trying to find his game and relaxing, and he knows how important this shot is. He almost missed it. He moved with his cue action there, and this is understandable because he is a human being. The nerves are playing a part. And the sigh there is indicating to me the pressure is on. Even this is a formality.
ضربة ممتازة من اللاعب أوي من 6-7. رجع على جيم روتيني.
We've seen Oi miss a 9-ball, and that's what the comeback was about. Since then, this is his only opportunity. So this 10 to go 8-4 up. He's got to focus.
تقدم اللاعب الفلبيني على جوناس ماكونتاي على موريت نيوهوزن بنتيجة 9-4.
So if you just joined us, welcome to the semi-finals of the 2025 World 10-Ball Cup. And the gentleman in the Philippines, Jonas, is 9-5 up. And what a fantastic match we're witnessing here. I wonder what that match is like as well. So great performances so far from both players, but in the meantime there's still a lot of game in this match. We saw a glimpse of a comeback and the unforced push out. Human error allowed Oi to run the table. Will this be another dry break?
هذا اللاعب مصمم على انه يكسر في نفس المكان. ما حاول يغير الكسرة أو يغامر فيها.
But the 7's knocked on the door. Where is that 1-ball? And it's a desert break. Now he's looking at the bank, a possibility to the left corner. He is looking at it or hiding the other option and behind the 4. The safer option is to hide the cue ball. He's looking at it. Or behind the 9. So he's got, which way is he going to go? He's got the 4 or the 9. Yeah, he's going to go for the 4. Oh, that's a better angle with the cue ball. Has he got it? Just, I think he can just see it. Just a fraction. Tried to hide the 1 behind the 4 there. Disappointment. I can see. He's left the 1-ball.
هو شوف حاليا طرف الواحد ممكن يحاول يعدي 8. سيئة من اللعب أوي. كان عنده مجال إنه ياخذ الواحد ثن أكثر بحيث إنه يعدي الثمانية، يكون الأبيض في أسفل الطاولة، لكن ترك فرصة للاعب كورال إنه ينزل على الطاولة، ممكن يحسم هذا الشوط. والله مفتاح الشوط هذا من 2 ل3، لو استطاع انه ينزل بشكل مثالي لل3 راح ينهي الشوط.
So all of a sudden, the opportunity to go to 8-5 is here. He's not looking at the outcome of the score line. He's just taking one ball at a time, but he knows that this rack could start to put pressure. Look at Oi. Look at Oi. He is going for the emotion. There it is. He knows how important this rack is. And he can see himself on TV. He knows he's got to stay in the zone. And his opponent is coming back. So the Oi fans around the world, even though it's 8-4, this young man, do not underestimate his ability. Phenomenal player.
بياخذ ممكن ال4 كوشن، بياخذ ال5 منتصف الطاولة أو في الكورنر لو نقص معاه شوي.
Both players have made a human error on tactical battles. Potting. There hasn't been much missing potting, to be fair. Always missed a formality 9 ball inches away from the pocket. But both players are back on form. But this 6 to hold for the 7 is a formality. Routine for this standard of players. But the pressure, look at that focus. Oof. He thought he missed it. Did you see that? Look at the sigh of relief. This is what I'm explaining to you. I see the passion. I see the feelings. He thought he missed it. Unbelievable. So this 9 to the 10 to trail by 3 frames. Great comeback. We've witnessed from a 7-1 to an 8-5 comeback. Incredible. We are witnessing this young man with determination. And he has a secret part of his game, belief. He's not giving in.
ثمانية 5 النتيجة الآن بعد ما كانت 7-1.
If you've just joined us, welcome to the Qatar World 10-Ball Cup of 2025. We are broadcasting just not on the YouTube channel, live stream all over the world. At one stage, Oi was 7-1 up. Szymon is coming back, playing absolutely amazing pool. Both have done an unforced error. Always missed a formality, inches away from the pocket 9 ball. And we nearly saw the biggest miss of that straight 6 ball, knocked on the door. However, he needs a break and run. We haven't seen many, but they are capable. But it's that 1 ball. Seems to hide away behind another ball. And the 7's gone. And look at that layout, fantastic. I'm sure Poland team are watching. Your young man has put in an incredible comeback under tremendous pressure. You must be very proud of him. Now, key ball. It's got to be the 2. He's going to use a 5. He's going to come off the rail, see where he's pointing the cue. Should be okay, but he doesn't want to knock the 5 over to the 3 and the 8. Excellent. He timed that to perfection. And this could be a nice break and run. Long way to go. But what a comeback.
لاعب كورال حاز على بطولة رومانيا 2025. يبلغ من العمر 21 سنة. نجم صاعد في لعبة البلياردو. نتمنى له المزيد من النجاح. نازل على شوط روتيني. ممكن راح تكون النتيجة 8-6. كل ما عليه هو الهدوء، الصبر، أخذ الوقت اللازم. مثل ما تكلمنا بالأمس، 35 ثانية لكل ضربة هي كفاية لكل لاعب.
So this 6 ball to the 8 is a formality. And look at the scoreboard. To get another 1 up on that scoreboard is just an incredible achievement under tremendous pressure. This is why he's a world-class player. Poland have come in very strong this year. But this young man has put on an incredible performance. It's a joy to watch this comeback. Or he couldn't do anything because it was a break and run. Look at the focus. Imagine being 7-1 up and it's 8-6. Just a great match. I still don't know the outcome. I can't feel the outcome at all. It's all I know is going to be a great, great match. Just to see both of these players do their best.
لاعب كورال حاز على بطولة العالم تحت 19 9 بول في سنة 2022. جوناس ماكمنتاي متقدم على خصمه موريتز الألماني بنتيجة 10-5.
Well, I got news for you. Jonas from the Philippines is 10 5 up in the other semi-finals. What an incredible performance that is. Just amazing. As we watch this break, can Oi avoid the in-off? Is okay. Where's that one? And look at that. This is an opportunity to run the table, but he's cutting this one in. He doesn't really know where that cube was going to land. Yeah, the smiles indicated that it's going to be a difficult shot. Does he go off the 6 and control the cue ball?
شوط مهم من اللاعب أوي.
And that was an incredible miss. He will be devastated. And that was a psychological miss, Ali. He knew he could pot it, but he's missed that easy shot. And can he recover from that? I don't know if he can.
والله اللاعب أوي عكس أوي في بداية المباراة، كان حاضر ذهنيا وفنيا، مرتاح في المباراة. فجأة نلقى أوي شخص ثاني. والله شكل الأمور بدأت تتعقد اللاعب أوي.
What a shot that was. Unbelievable. Great positioning to the 2.
ضربة ممتازة جدا 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 من اللاعب كورال. 1-2 بطريقة مثالية.
In the other semi-finals, Jonas is 10-6 up. But right now, we're witnessing an incredible performance from this young man. It's okay to forward to the middle. And this, from 7-1 to a possible 8-7, is incredible performance. Oh, he cannot look, I can assure you. He cannot believe how he was 7-1 up. But there was a rack when his opponent was coming back. And he knew then his ability to come back. And how important that shot was, missing that 9 ball. And that is psychological pressure. So this 7 very shortly. Needs a nice angle from the 9. Should be okay. Got plenty of room to play with. Now. He's got the angle, he should be okay. Taking the 10 to the top corner.
ياخذ 9 3 كوشن. بيت انه ياخذ 10 في اسفل الطاولة على اليمين.
And he's got to slow down.
على الطاولة على اليمين عفوا.
Excellent. What an incredible comeback.
والله كان باك عجيب من 7-1 تصبح النتيجة 8-7. والله شكل المباراة راح تتغير. كثير من الدراما في هذه المباراة. ممكن كورة لغير مجريات اللعبة، أو ممكن هو يراجع قراراته، يبقى على نفس التركيز في بداية المباراة. دعونا نشاهد السادة مشاهدي الملل.
We can confirm we have a winner in the other semi-finals. Congratulations to the Philippines with I think it was 11-6 win. Congratulations. What a result that is. But in the meantime, we are paused here on 8-7, and this young man needs to break a run.
ألف مبروك للاعب جونس. فاز مباراة قبل النهائي على خصمه موريتس. حظ أوفر اللاعب موريتس قدم أداء استثنائي في هذه البطولة. تغلب على اللاعب أليكس كاساكس، لاعب شين فان بونينغ، لاعب البنوشن، والنجم الخليجي العربي بدر العوضي. حظ أوفر للاعبين العرب في هذه البطولة. قدم أفضل بإذن الله. يعطيكم ألف عافية. قدمتوا أداء استثنائي.
Well, that dry break there for Oi comes to the table, and look at this. This will be the most pressurized, under pressure run out in the match. Shall I tell you why? It's going to be 8 each or a 9-7 lead, and this is pressure for Oi. He knows he's got to get the run, and everything can be missable, so he must take his time. Key balls. Has he missed it? Just rode it in nicely. He thought it wasn't going to make at one stage, but he's okay. He's got to get there, and there it is. The emotional side is coming through. This young man, he knows that this frame is the key frame in the whole match. He knows how important, but he's done it. He's done it again. He's got to jump. This is what the rack is all about. I can sense the ability of the players. I can sense the feelings, how important this shot is. And all of a sudden, his opponent is saying, I've lost this rack. Hang on a second. I've got a chance, because he's left a jump shot. And this is missable. So the feelings in this game are so important.
والله بوزيشن غريب من 3 إلى 4.
But where's the white?
والله كان محظوظ صراحة. جدا كان محظوظ في هذه الضربة.
So this, from losing the rack to go 9-7 up, to bringing it back to level, because this 4 does go to the corner, and he knows that. But he has to cue it so well. I wonder if he'll feel the pressure. Let's watch his cue action. Slight movement, and he won't be able to pot it. See how close that is to the knuckle? Tremendous shot. Under tremendous pressure, this young man is pulling back an incredible comeback from 7-1 to a possible 8 each. It's just incredible. Look at the passion and the glory he's trying to achieve for his country and friends and family and fans all over the world. Yeah, he can't breathe out there. He's finding it very difficult. Reverse side, and that is perfect. Maybe one turn, but he's okay, because he's just going to hold a nice line to the 8 to the 9, because it's all in the open. Very well played. And this is the best we've seen him play. He's coming in very strong now. And oi, how can he get past the unforced errors? And this could be costly now.
ثانيا اللاعب الفلبيني جوناس سواء حصل على البطولة أم لا، هو قدم أداء استثنائي من ستيج 1 إلى فاينل كأس العالم ل10 الكرات. يعطيك ألف عافية لاعب جوناس. عودة لعبة البلياردو أن نرى نتائج من 7-1 إلى 8-8. يفهمون لاعبين البلياردو تقلبات المباريات في هذه اللعبة.
We're just going to take a quick commercial break. Join us very shortly. It's 8 apiece. Don't miss any action. We'll be right back.
From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10-ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball. From the sands of time, where courage echoes across the dunes, the journey begins. Legacy and strength, galloping into the dawn of challenge. Where stories sail the seas and tradition meets ambition. Together, they rise, united by the spirit of the game. From every corner of the world, champions gather, not just to compete, but to inspire. This is Qatar, where the world meets. At the Qatar World Cup 10 ball.
Comebacks I've ever seen. 7-1 down. The record on the TV table is to go in 7 in a row. And look at this, it's 8 apiece. Incredible. Oi is cold. Let's put the jacket around him. He's just checking to make sure everything is perfect on the break. All the balls are touching. So this one ball is going to be playing a part again, as we've seen often in every break. This is a very good safety shot. I'm just trying to work out how he's going to see this. He's looking at possible middle pocket. Wow, he will be disappointed in that. Losing the cue ball. And now, this run. I've never seen Oi so cold. He's got a jacket around him. So he's got a nice run here. I'm looking at 2 to the 3. But there is a key ball. I've seen it. I've seen the key ball. It is the 7. 7 is the key ball. Very important, Ali, this 7 ball, to keep control of this game.
الكسرة كانت عند أوي، سوى درايف بريك وعمل سيفتي كورال وعمل بول هاند. الآن لاعب كورال نازل على شوط. شكل المباراة راح تتغير. والله لاعب بعد 7-1 يحرص كل الحرص على أنه ما يضيع ولا فرصة. أي تقصير من لاعب كورال راح يغير مجريات المباراة.
Nice angle here to open up the 7, to be fair. But he didn't take any chances, so he's gone across the table and hoping for a nice angle from the 9. So he's looking at... Yeah, did you see that? He's just gone off the 2 rails there. Thank you for showing us. He might use the 9 as a marker as well, so he's got plenty of room. Should be okay. Yeah, that's okay. They take it to the right corner, and this, for a 9-8 lead, we could be in for a thriller. And this young man from Poland will equal. He hasn't done it just yet. I'll say it afterwards. So got 40 seconds to play this shot. Plenty of time.
ضربة ممتازة من 6 إلى 7. بوزيشن مثالي 8. لاعب كورال بدأ يسترجع حواسه، يراجع قراراته بالشكل الصحيح. بوزيشن ممتاز، موقع ممتاز من 9 إلى 10. ياخذ درو 1 كوشن بحيث انه ياخذ 10 اسفل الطاولة يسار.
The record. Once this 10 ball has gone in, only 2 players on the TV table in this tournament have got 7 wins, racks in a row. Shane Bambona has got 7, and this young man from Poland has put in an incredible performance to win 7 in a row. The greatest performance I've seen for the 2nd time. Well done. From 7-1 down to 9-8. And it all happened. It's just incredible. The statistics, the potting, the unforced errors. It's just incredible. Great standard. Imagine being 7-1 down, Ali, and you're 9-8 up. That's incredible standard.
رجوع قوي من اللاعب كورال. النتيجة كانت 7-1 متأخر، والآن إلى 9-8. عودتنا البلياردو على التقلبات في المباراة. يبدو أن أوي محبط جدا، ما كان متصور هذا الشيء إنه يحصل معاه في المباراة، ولكن يجب أن يلتزم بالهدوء والصبر والتقصير من اللاعب البولندي بحيث أن يرجع للمباراة. كسرة ممتازة.
Now, with the 8-ball disappearing, look at this outlay.
كل ما على أوي إنه ينتظر أي خطأ من اللاعب البولندي. تكون النتيجة 9-9. كسرة عند أوي. وممكن يحسم هذا الشوط اللاعب كورال. افتح اللعب هذه من 1-2.
And that is absolutely pinpoint accuracy. He is an archer, hitting the bullseye every time. Incredible performance from this young man. So this too, formalities of the free, they're all in the open. This is a very important rack. I call it the hill rack. That's how important it is. I don't see any key balls for Oi to come back to the table because they're all in the open. It's only down to human error. Possible 4-5, but I don't really see that because it's all in the open. But when we look back in this match, there was one clearance this young man achieved, and it was a pressure clearance. And I thought he miscued. He's caught underneath that cue ball. He's okay. And Oi put psychological pressure on himself to miss, and it was the 9-ball inches away from the pocket, and that cost him the frame.
والله عمل سكروباك غريب. بالغ في الباور. يعني المفروض انه ياخذ استنى زيادة. والله شكل الأمور بدأت تتعقد عند اللاعب البولندي. من 3-4 ما كانت مثالية. الآن يحتاج يتحكم عالي من 5-6. هل راح يلف الطاولة ولا راح يلعب توكوشن؟ ممكن ناخذ توكوشن.
Ali, I sensed it. I believe that this, look at that.
هذا ما كان ينتظر اللاعب أوي من اللاعب البولندي. كان ينتظر هذه الأخطاء. طيب أمر غريب يعني. أنا ما أعرف ليش لعبها بهذه القوة يعني. فكر في البوزيشن مثل البوت.
The passion we have just witnessed was incredible. The feelings on missing that 5 was tremendous. And this is what the game does to you. It can give you everything and it can take everything away. But that feeling on that 5-ball was too much when he missed. It just goes to show how important this rack is. He was looking at taking that 5 on, but it was poor position from the 4-ball crashing into the 6. just Ali, just a fraction more behind the 10. It's emotional times here as we watch the 10 go to the corner. Oi knew he lost this rack, and all of a sudden, that 9 piece. This is the most exciting thriller of a match I've seen in the tournament. Thank you for showing us. So, this break, look at this. Look at the body language. Look at the sigh. He knows he needs that break and run. He is giving all that willpower and energy into this one shot. Will he make a ball? He has to avoid. And that is probably the greatest break he's had so far. It really is. He knows now that the 1 to the 2 is the key. But look at this. But wait a minute, what's we up to here? Just looking at the time. Where's Oi going? He's gone safe. That's not like Oi. And he will be disappointed with that shot. Yeah, you can see it. Look at that. Because he knows he's going to be behind the 2. Pressure. The psychological side of the game. We tend to put it on ourselves, but right now this 1 ball will be coming down and the cue ball behind the 2 ball. It's the stun shot. Look at the cue ball. Well, I'm very surprised because he was more than capable of hiding the cue ball, but can he just see a thin edge of that 1? And if he can, which he can, right? frustration of not getting that safety shot. We heard the bang of the cue. It just goes to show the willpower of both players. And Oi can't look. Look at Oi's facial reactions. His body language is telling me he's struggling in the arena as these two gladiators trying to get this rack. But where's the one ball? Oh, you can see it. And this could be the best safety shot of the day. Look how he's going to play this. It's going to come around. Got to avoid the 5. There are 2 key balls in this rack. It's the 2 ball and the 4 ball. So there's plenty of drama in this match. Where's the white? Where is the white? He won't be happy with that. He can, the referee will come down and just check, but tried to hide that cue ball behind that wall. Well, he's taking this on. 1 to the corner. Draw back past the 9. Tremendous drawback. There it is. He's got to avoid the 9. Ali, what a game this is. As you can see, this shot is pressure. He's going to be... I'm not too sure how he's going to play this because he's got a choice of going around the 9. So he's striking the cue ball at 8:45. Or he's going... striking 20 past 4 here. Make sure of it. And that is an excellent shot. So this is the key shot to win the hill game. Sorry, to get to the hill. That's where he wants the cue ball, exactly where it is. Can he get position to there? Stay tuned. Ah, he's missed it. This young man from Poland has put in one of the most incredible performances I've ever seen in this tournament so far. The willpower from 7-1 to almost go to the hill. Oi missed that formality shot for his ability. Now, 5 to the 7. Hold for the 9. For a 10-9 lead. He's took his extension. Tremendous pressure. It really is. This is not easy. He is feeling incredible out there. He's shaking. got it, which is normal. But this 7, he can't look. He's looked away. He's got to run. He's got no extension. So this 9 to the 10 for the hill. And it's not a formality. If you've just joined us, we have witnessed the greatest comeback in this incredible tournament. One of the greatest, it really is. It's up there. We've had everything from a 7-1 to winning 7 in a row, and then all of a sudden, it's just been incredible. It's unbelievable how this has gone. Not one-way traffic at this stage, but the potting, the safety, everything is happening. Just incredible. So, we'll break now. But wait a minute. Where's the 6? It's dropped. Where's the 1? The combination onto the 7 is a difficult one. No key ball. This is pressure. To run this table, it is tremendous pressure.
كسرة ممتازة من اللاعب كورال البولندي. هل ممكن ياخذ السفن كرم؟ بحيث الأبيض يلمس الواحد من بعدها يروح على 7 ويسقط 7. تسمى هذه اللعبة كرم، أو راح يلعبها كومبينيشن. والله لعبة خطيرة، أي خطأ راح تكلف اللاعب مباراة.
Oi is gone into the zone. His body language is indicated. He's got to focus and give everything he has if he gets a chance. But he's missed the 7. He's missed the 7, but where's the 1? Wow. Oi is going to be so excited to get back to the table. Look at that. Is he going to take that? I'm sure he'll take the 1 off the 7, surely. And come around for the 2. This is a thriller of a match. He's nominated the 1 to the corner. Oh, hang on a second. He's gone for a double? Surely not. Well, I'm surprised. I thought he was going to go for the corner. Now, could that be Oisler? Yeah, he knows how important that double was. But I was surprised he didn't take it off the 7. Yes, it's a difficult shot for his ability, his skill, no problem. But now, this young man could be going to the final. So the pressure now, he'll start to relax because he knows he can do this. It's only a routine run out. Just look at the 7 to the 8, so he's not worried about the 3, the 4, the 5. He's just got to keep his composure. And look at that, perfect. Angle to get to the 5, he's there. Surely, can't miss this run out. But every shot is pressure. So this 7 to the 8 is the key shot to get to the final. Why? Because the 9 and the 10 are waiting. And this performance from this young man representing Poland has been in. Where's the white? It's okay. Didn't want that to go on top of the 9. This 8-ball is one of the biggest 8-balls he will take on. Incredible pressure. Beautiful shot. So this 9 to the 10 to go to the final. On behalf of Qatar Billiards and Confederation, we say thank you for joining us and thank you to Ali Murray. Amazing performance. And that what it means to him. He's dropped his cue. And from us, join us for the final. Goodbye, everybody. What a fantastic game. Drama all the way through it.
From the sands of time, where courage echoes across